Welcome back to the tower property. We got her mowed now, all done mowing, and it's time to clean up some of this brush. Maybe you can help me push this one in here. Let's get started. This chipper. When I asked him via email about this, I asked him 2 or 3 times. Finally, I got a technical guy. He says, yeah, that's how this works. You're wondering what I mean. Let me just tell you that this is a over $3,000 feature on the higher end range. I did not know that this chipper had it. I'm still experimenting to make sure that it supports this. But what I believe is happening is when this chipper pulls down to a certain RPM, it stops the infeed or slows the infeed so that it doesn't kill the tractor. Now I'm illustrating right now why I want the biggest diameter chipper. This is the 9x9, the largest opening that this company makes. And it's not that I'm chipping 9-inch material, right? I'm chipping, what is this, 3-4 inch? Max. But the problem is that it's got Y's in it.
Yeah, you put the whole big branch in there.
Well, yeah, otherwise you can saw it all up. I've got it set to discharge at its highest angle so that it blows the chips way out there, doesn't create a pile. My intent is to scatter them and just let them break down on their own. This is a perfect application for Johnny X. If I were to use the full power of Johnny X, I'm mowing with too big of a mower, the engine will get hot. But if I use it sporadically, like the chipper, then it's going to be fine. This is the highest end feed possible for a tractor chipper. And I see people bragging about their manual feed chippers. I guess I don't get it. No way I'd want to chip the manual. Okay, I'm going to set the chipper to take it at full speed. I'm not sure it'll make the turn, so we'll see. But assuming it makes the turn, let's see if we can kill the tractor. Full speed. Kill the tractor though. I don't know that I can kill the tractor.
I wonder what your oil temperature is.
Well, it won't be too high because I've got that fancy oil. I think it slows down to a certain speed and then the end speed slows down.
Oil temperature is about 150.
Okay. Not as high as you'll ever see this tractor.
Is that poison on the end of that?
Is it? Yes. Come on, baby, you're gonna eat this. this is an example of what I mean. You know, this is a 2.5 inch branch. If you've got a 4-inch chipper, you're not going to be able to get anything through it, right? I mean, because this is 1.5 inches here, and it's incapable of breaking that, right? Pulling it in. So this is the challenge, right, with any chipper, and that's why I want the one with the biggest opening I could find. 9x9 on this one. It wasn't so much chipping speed as it was opening speed. Think it'll take this one?
I don't know.
No, I don't know if I can lift it. That's a big one.
Yeah, and it's got a crook in it, like it's bent.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to take this elbow here, so I'll take that off. Okay, so I can kill the tractor. Adjusting the speed a little bit now when I put a really big one in. I don't want to kill the tractor. And it's easy to adjust. I was really just testing it. And I had it as fast as it would go, and that's I mean, Johnny X, of course, is more power than a typical 1025R, but the first time we ran this, it was on a stock 1025R. The only issue I had with it was being able to pick it up off the ground with the standard hydraulic pressure. So, you know, with Johnny X, I haven't cranked all the way up to 2900. I'm not necessarily recommending that. We know that Johnny X is an experimental tractor, and we may, in fact, tear it to pieces. But that's what we're doing, is testing it. But as far as horsepower, not scared of this at all. If you want to go with the slightly lighter MX-9900, you'll be able to lift it. I might recommend that for the 1025R. Hey, there's a link in the description below, and we'll put it in the pinned comment as well. The only way we keep our videos going is if when you decide to buy a product, you buy it, you know, through our link or through our code. We don't have a code on this product. You'll click that link, we'll get the credit, and we appreciate it. I mean, that's the only way we can bring you content like this. I'll get a little better at it with practice. I'm learning kind of what I have to saw and what I don't, so I won't wrestle it as much, wasting time when I realize I have to saw it. I rented a chipper many years ago, and that one had a hydraulic end feed. This is a hydrostatic end feed, a little more fine-tuned, but that one would sometimes get stuff that it would feed in, and it would not feed it back out. I've not experienced that with this chipper. Anything I've got in and got stuck or whatever, it has been able to reverse right back to me, so I've not got into a situation where I had to just fight with it. Right? Yeah. This thing's been great. I'm just too old for this.
Not a big enough opening.
Biggest opening in the industry. And both statements are true. Hey Dave, can you hear me? I'm going to be cutting one here that may fall towards you, but it's not big enough to hurt you. It might just brush you a little bit.
All right, go for it. Big one's gonna do something. Oh!
Is that bad?
No, you're good.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Broke PTO.
Better cut. That's a big boy there, Christy. Gonna kill it. Stop it. I can't believe it didn't die.
Johnny X is hard to kill.
He really is. He's got a lot of fight in him. Those maples speak better.
Timber.
Ah, couldn't get out of there in time. It's stunning how much that'll take and how fast it'll take that tree. Dave, that one went in pretty easy.
Yeah, it did.
Well, it came down.
This grapple just works amazing. It makes it's easier to pick up than some of the other grapples that I have experimented with. You just reach right in and it's easier to get at the proper angle. Just make sure you're going in the 1 or 2 speed. It really does have that detailed speed. I don't know whether to push or not.
Yeah, you're gonna have to push.
Tell me when I get against that far wall over there. I don't want to push against it. Sometimes I don't know if I'm holding it back or not. This is an example of the tree leaning toward me, and I feel a lot more confident because I've got this push bar by some tree. It just hopped in there.
It's falling towards the wires. Yeah, it's got a branch that's laying over the wires now.
Okay, so what do we want to cut next while you're here, Dave?
Unfortunately, the next two are in between the 2 wires.
One of them is literally grown together. This may be the biggest one of the day. I'm not sure exactly. It's hard to tell when you're dealing with them one at a time. Dave, if that's a 9x9 hole, how much of the hole does it take?
40% of the hole.
40%?
Maybe more.
Diameter-wise, though, it's bigger than that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. All right, this is roughly a 6-inch round.
Think I need to push or turn loose? On this for a while. I think I've got gonna get it though. Dave, I want a cheeseburger.
I think I'm gonna want a cheeseburger and a drink. It's kind of warm out.
Yeah, it is pleasant weather, but you've been working hard. How was it? How was the...
Not bad. Johnny keeps up pretty good. I didn't feel like we were really lacking power. I don't know that even that thing would have done much better than what we were doing with this. I think we'd have just broke something, I think, honestly. Which actually there at the end, I thought we were getting a little bit of a belt squeal, weren't we?
Once in a while, it will squeal the belt.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear it, but you might have been able to hear it.
Yeah, when we put that last big log through there.
Yeah, we had a little trouble with that. Force feeding it with the Grapple is probably not manufacturer recommended.
You know, it's not easy to do either.
No, it took some skill.
So.
And you know, it was it was not easy to do what we were doing. We were probably shoving too big of stuff at it. Part of that is to see its limits, right? That's what we do here. And part of that's because, well, we're both stubborn.
Yeah, there's a bit of that. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, but what we found out is that I don't think we're going to break that.
I don't think we're going to break that.
I think we'll kill the tractor before we break anything in the shredder.
Yeah, and I did see the hydraulic infeed slow down as the tractor pulls down.
Yeah.
Okay? We were still able to kill the tractor a couple of times, and, you know, so it might have not totally, you know, worked 100% effectively, but I'm certain that the infeed was slowing down as the tractor slowed down, which is an incredible feature.
Yeah.
And allows you to use a lower horsepower tractor on this unit than what you would expect you can. We've got, I'm just reading the hour meter there, 3.9 hours now on that chipper, and it's chipping just like it did when we started. We've chipped a lot of dead stuff. We've chipped
live stuff,
big stuff, and shoved stuff at it. It's working wonderful. If you can, use a match instead. I mean, there's no question that's easier.
Well, I'm curious to know what it does to a Christmas tree. Because, see, I like the match on the Christmas tree. That's spectacular. But
yes,
I have a feeling that watching this thing just suck a Christmas tree would be equally impressive.
You think that'll be as impressive as a match on a Christmas tree?
Yeah, actually I do. Just because you got the tractor involved and the chipper's going to be throwing it out there, and so you're just going to all wound up and things raw, and then brrr.
If you do want to try a match on your Christmas tree that's after Christmas, make sure you're a long way from the house.
Yes.
Yeah, that is impressive. The tree saw worked quite effectively. I think I probably could have got in there with a regular saw and sawed that, and maybe even the same speed, but it was a lot less work this way for me.
Yeah, but see how clean you are and how not clean I am.
The only time, I mean, I got, when I would try to cut those stumps off, there was a certain angle there where I'd get chips just thrown up at me and down my shirt and everything. I want to complain about something. If you don't need a chipper, you know you don't need a chipper. If you need a chipper, you know you need a chipper. And this is a good one. Is it the best ever? I don't know. I mean, from the specs, it was quite impressive on the specs, price, performance. The 8800 would be better probably for a 1025R for lift reasons, unless you have your hydraulics cranked really high. We have the Hydros Plus cooler, and we were able to keep the unit cool in that situation. All the hydraulic oil was 180 was the highest we got it yesterday when I was pushing it really hard. Didn't even see that today, I don't think. Yeah, even with the turbo here and everything. Johnny X is proving to be reliable.
Haven't broke it yet.
No, I'm nervous about a stump grinder because that's such sudden shock on the PTO, and I've seen some people have issues.
I think that's the only way we're going to break it, but you can break a stock 1025R the same way. So.
Exactly, and so I'm not going to put a stump grinder on it. This has got those belts that will slip, you know, and that gives it just a little bit of stress relief there. Back to that cheeseburger.
I think so.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.
A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Thus, by their fruit you will recognize them.
What are you guys doing? chase her down.